proud of the team for the effort today. It wasn't a pretty game, but we held them to 36% shooting from the field, which is always great. We turned them over 22 times. I'm always proud when we have the defensive end. Our offense has been struggling a little bit, but we're making up for it on the defensive end, so I'm very proud of that.
This question is for Tyler. You came out extremely aggressive tonight, 4 of 7 from 3. What's your confidence level right now?
My confidence level is pretty high. I mean, all the coaches and the players, they always tell me, like, don't be afraid to shoot it, especially Coach Penny Hardaway. So my confidence level is pretty high.
Question for Coach. Which coach assistant did the scout on this game, and how do you scout a team with so little time and that you don't know much about?
Coach Medlock was the scout on this game, and on Sunday when it was selected that we played against San Diego, he and I went to the practice facility with Derek Mallison, our video coordinator, and we just watched the game and just basically just talked. You've seen enough games and have scouted enough games, and we know basketball to know exactly what they like to do. And it was a perfect game against St. Mary's when they played in the semifinals of their conference tournament, where they played really good. They had won 3 in a row and got to that game and took them to the wire. So it gave us a good indication of who they were and what they wanted to do, and we kind of got the game plan from there. And then he watched a couple more games after that, but we pretty much had the game plan after watching that one game.
Penny, and then the players, if you guys can just, the goal at the beginning of the year was the NCAA. You didn't make it, but you talked about the importance of this tournament as a building block. But for Jeremiah and also these seniors, it's a reward. How important or how happy you are to continue to still be playing, even if it's in this tournament?
Yeah, I'm very happy for these guys. I am a little upset that I couldn't get the seniors to the NCAA tournament, but the NIT, is definitely a blessing so they can extend their career. They're going to be on TV. They're still going to be talked about, and the season is still going. So I'm very excited to be here right now instead of just being at home.
Jeremiah?
Just blessed for the opportunity to keep playing with my brothers and just trying to get a championship back in Memphis.
Like Peso said, I'm just blessed to be out there playing with my big brothers and just spending a lot more time with those guys.
Penny, I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, but tomorrow will be the 1-year anniversary from your press conference. Mm-hmm. How different do you feel today compared to then?
I still have the same excitement. Obviously, it was more excitement then because it was just beginning. Now I'm even more excited. I have to find myself kind of trying to appreciate these guys more. I'm really hard on them a lot of times because I care and I want them to succeed. But a year later, I'm happy that I had the opportunity to coach this team. I'll never forget this team. This is my first team ever, so it'll always be a part of my heart. And it's the same excitement is there, but it's been a good ride. Like I said, it would have been a great ride if we would have been in the NCAA tournament. Not knocking this tournament. Like I said, it's just that was the goal in the beginning, but we played good enough to get to this tournament, and we want to try to win it all.
For Penny, what did you think of the crowd? It felt like they were like a big party tonight, more than anything else, like a celebration almost of the season and of the return of Memphis basketball.
Yeah, it was totally different from the Houston game when we felt like we had an opportunity. It was a more serious crowd. They understood the magnitude of what was going on. A standing ovation leaving the court. This game it was almost like they expected us to win because we've been winning at home so much, and they were more, like you said, appreciating the players in the season in case this was our last game at home.
Coach, you talk about basketball never changes, but the rules for the NIT changed a little bit. This is for you and Tyler. When you saw the line move back a little bit, did you kind of accept that challenge that, like, all right, this is still in my range, I'm going to shoot it from wherever?
I mean, I know Coach talked about the 3-point line step back. It's not too much of a difference. It's not like the NBA range or anything, so it's not too tough.
And for me, I just think that the rule changes are good. I like change. I hope they implement, going forward in NCAA. I think they're thinking about doing this. It just freshens the game up a little bit. There's a lot of things that could be changed to make it more exciting. A line further back, changing the fouls after 10 minutes to start over. So, I mean, it's some good stuff.
Penny, you talked about the reward for the seniors, but, back here.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, just how good was it to see, I mean, obviously Tyler too, but Keevan and Jeremiah especially be the ones that were leading the way tonight with the scoring output?
Yeah, that's what we expect. Those are our 2 leading scorers from last year coming into this year. and we expect a lot out of those guys. And it's always great when Tyler comes in and is hot, and he takes the pressure off those guys. I mean, they need the rest of the team to be supportive as well. I mean, these are our 2 top leading scorers. Peso being the first team all-conference guy, Kevin, being one of the better players in our conference, and our leading rebounder. So we need those guys to play well. So I was excited for those guys.
For Jeremiah, did you think as you were walking off that this might be your last time playing at FedEx Forum? And if so, what would you think, and what are you going to remember from your time at playing at FedEx Forum?
I really don't know. I really wasn't thinking about that right now. I was thinking about the next round, just trying to, grind out games. But if it is my last time, we got to win, so I'm going to be happy. Like Coach been telling us, if Houston was our last game, how would we feel about playing in front of our crowd? But we came back and got a win, so I feel great.
Coach Penny, with you having that 1 year experience under your belt, if you can go back into the past and tell yourself one thing, what would it be?
Just enjoy it more. I'm so serious about the game, and I think a lot of times, like I said, I kind of take it out on these guys, my competitive nature, and sometimes because I want them, like I said, I want them to succeed. I would tell myself to relax more, really just kind of take it in and be more supportive. I'm just so competitive and hate to lose that sometimes I'll say the wrong thing or I'll get too hyper in the game because I'm obviously wanting to win for them. But I will relax more and kind of still be stern, but be more relaxed.
Tyler, you put a lot of blame on yourself Saturday in that Houston game. You said you let a lot of people down, even though your teammates had your back for you. How good did it feel that you got another opportunity and played so well like you did tonight?
It felt great just to get out there and, help my team and, get a win. I was kind of hard on myself after we lost because, I had the last chance and the coach put the balls in my hand. So it just felt great to get out there and just make shots and just help my team win.
For Jeremiah and Tyler, was the pressure for this game any different than the pressure of the Houston game?
In a way, yeah, because it could have been our last game. So we was looking at it like, win or go home. It is our last game. What do we want? What we gonna do? So it was kind of pressure, but like Houston, we really wanted to beat them because they had already beat us once, and we felt like we owed them. And this was our first time playing this team, so.
Penny, when you have back here, when you have these two and Davenport scoring the way they did, nice balanced scoring, how tough are you to beat? And going forward in the NIT, do you need all 3 of those guys to produce offensively?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, to have those 3 weapons, they are 3 weapons. And, when those guys are on, it just makes it easier for us to get into a flow. It makes everybody else's game better. When they're flowing, then they take all the attention away from Rainier Thornton, Alex Lomax, Isaiah Maurice, Mike Parks, and it makes the game easier for them and gives them more opportunities because now a double team is going to happen. Now more attention is there. So it's definitely going to be better for us with them all on hitting on all cylinders. And moving forward, obviously we do because it's win or go home. You got to step up. I played in a ton of big games, and I always put the pressure on myself as being the best player on the team to show up. In any area that I could to keep keep it rolling, and that's what they have to do.
This question is for Coach Hardaway. You talk about the ability to continue to play and how important that is for the seniors. But when you look at the freshmen, how nice is that to have extra practices and extra games for the freshmen and their development? Yeah,
for sure. I mean, we don't even look at them as freshmen anymore. They've gone through a full season. They're baby sophomores right now. And they played in enough big games, seen enough big games, played against some really tough teams that every time they go out now, they understand the game plan, they understand why it works. I can tell early on they weren't really understanding it, and they struggled, but now understanding what's going on. Now it's all a part of effort and then staying with the game plan. So the more we go along, the more it helps them for next year, for sure.
Hey, Coach, some teams, when it comes to NIT, the first game, they pretty much mail it in. Either they want to get their season over with or whatnot. What do you say to your team, or what do your team say to you to make this worthwhile?
Well, for us, it's rewarding to get here because there are a lot of teams that are at home. They were at home last year. And to do better than you did last year, I mean, they won 20-plus games and didn't even get invited to the NIT. I thought that was a joke, but to get invited this year, you got to cherish the moment. None of us are taking it for granted. And there are a lot of 1 seeds that felt like they should have gotten into the NCAA. Maybe those guys feel a little let down from this tournament, but for us, we're still rolling, and we want to get to New York.
Time for one more.